Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Transfer Fever 2 and it's working now. Everything is working smoothly. We have deliveries of everything except food. For some reason, food is still not coming to the port. So I might have to take a look at that. I think it's probably something down the line. I'm not sure, but in any case, things are finally working. We don't have this via transfer thing on food anymore. We got a single unified line that takes food up there and brings takes grain up there and brings food back. We have plastic being delivered and it's getting over here, and goods are finally being produced and shipped, and just things are all just so much better. We got a better balance of oil, at least for now anyway. Seems pretty good. And we have over 10 million in our account. 10 million. And, surprise, 10 million with no debt. I paid that off already. So we're swimming in money now. That means it's time to upgrade things. Yes, it means it's time to break things and lose money again. We're gonna start by upgrading this train because, actually we're gonna start by making the rail all the way out that way and then upgrading the train. Because right now, I think the train is okay the way it is, but this train definitely needs to be upgraded to more modern tech. Okay, so let's begin. We want to move I think we're gonna actually start with this because I need to get through this. I think from Syracuse, okay, this is the residential area over here, unfortunately. So the industry is back by the mountain, and I actually want to keep enough room for them to upgrade. I don't want them to, I don't want them to like I don't know. Maybe they'll expand this way. I don't think they can really, to be honest, I don't think they can really go into the mountain much. So why don't we actually do this? Why don't we make the train station kind of over here? It's kind of flat right here. We can make it right here, and then the industry can sort of move into us. I think that's one way to do it. So I'm going to start by building a train station here. It's going to be a regular cargo station, and you know what? I think because of how high that road is, I actually have to lift up the cargo station. Yeah, I think I need to go higher with this cargo station. So I'm going to raise it up probably to about here. And it's pretty high up, honestly, but there's a big change there. And I need to make sure that the train's not going through these guys. So, I mean, maybe we tunnel. We could tunnel, but it's very expensive to tunnel. Maybe one tunnel right here, and then it wraps around and tunnels that way. That's one way to maybe do it, because this is pretty high up. So let's lower this down a little bit. We're still going to need to raise it some, but let's lower it down a little bit. And then I think we'll go in. I think I need to do about curved, I think, like this. Or tell you what we could do is I could make the rail through here just to see how high that is, right? To make sure we can get the maximum speed as well. We could get that rail to already do what it's doing, like right there. Okay, and then it would go this way. It'd have to be lowered though. Oh, why is this? Oh, you know what? It's making a bridge, isn't it? Yeah. So this is kind of one of those things where do we just, do we just make a tunnel? We just do that. If we go underneath this, right, make this road go over top. Maybe the rail, right, can go underneath the ground. That's more expensive. But if we do that, then it can't go underneath a building. But if it goes underneath this road, is what I'm thinking. Because the reason why I'm doing this is because there's such a huge difference in elevation between here and here. This is actually raised up quite a lot. So let me take a look at this really quick. Okay, the simplest approach here is to remove this road, but I don't want to remove that building. I'm trying to avoid doing that. So what I can do is I can take a simple country road and connect it like this, and that makes this a separate section. Then I can remove this, and it ends up leaving this little bit here. And then what I'm going to do is I can take this cargo station, and now that I've laid that track, I can run right up against this. And I think by doing that, I get to keep the speed. I believe I get to keep the speed. Still kind of going uphill here, though. So maybe I can get this train track to come just a little bit further. Just a little bit further. I don't want, again, I want to maintain that speed, but I want to be like right there with it. Okay. So it can keep going 75, right? And then it's going to have to be raised up as it goes that way. We'll see how that works. But if I make the train station from the track, then I get to keep it at the perfect elevation to max that up. But like, look how high that is. It's so high up. So I feel like the tunnel approach is just the better approach. I feel like that's what I got to do. So I'm going to see if I can get this road. Same thing I just did. I'm going to see if I can keep this road. And we're just going to make a short road like right here. And see if I can delete this like that. Yep. And then get the track to move through here. And we can just cut into the ground as this rises up. Because like that elevation is sick. Now, of course, I could put the station on this side. And I mean, that technically could work. It's just that it's closer to residential. But it could work just to put the station here. We still need the track to go downhill, though, at that point. So I think I'm just going to do it like a Band-Aid. We got money now. I'm going to bring this over here, and I'm going to raise it up a little bit. I think it's still worth raising it up a little bit. But we definitely need to maybe like right here. I would probably want 2 stops here at some point too. So I think maybe we go here, and then we see how it's cutting into the ground right there. So we raise it up a little bit here. We go like this. I think that is probably an acceptable amount. And then I want to nest it in a little bit like here. And we go about, let's say about like this. Okay, now if I do that, can the tracks maintain 75? Yeah, but they cut into the ground, but that's okay. They're going to maintain that 75. Is what I want to do. So we're going to say that it goes that way. So let's say we curve this as much as it'll let me, about there, I guess. That's going to be where that track is. And then this track, again, we want to maintain speed. So we're going to have to cut into that little hill area, mountain area, whatever here, but maintain that speed, 75 around about there. Okay. Now, if we have 2 trains, we want the train to be able to stop here and load while the other one passes by. We want that to be a possibility. So let's make sure also that we can configure this with a second cargo platform. Okay. And the second cargo platform will go right here, like so, like that. And it's going to get expensive here, but I'm going to put tracks down like this. That gives us the second set of tracks for this station, just to make sure we can do it, because I want this to be able to pass through. And then we probably could have... Oh, did I do it again? I did it again, didn't I? I think I did. Son of a gun, I did it again. I hate that, man. Because it's like, you think it's tracks. My brain says, okay, cargo platform here, right? Tracks right here. Platform is here, tracks is here. I don't know why my brain does that, but it does. And so we're gonna do this. And in actual fact, maybe I get the pass through. I'm kind of thinking we do the pass through. Let's try this. I don't know if this is a good way to do it, but we're gonna try this. Let's remove, yeah, like that. Go to tracks, and then we're just gonna add a set of tracks right next to this. And then we'll add the cargo platform on this side. And then we'll add the tracks on this side. No, it's not. Those are not tracks. Those are not tracks. God damn it. Tracks. Okay. The trick here, or the goal here, is to have another place to load cargo here. So we have 2 places for cargo, but then there's this track in the middle. And this can just be where any train that's just passing through can get through, right? That's what I'm hoping for. So let's take the standard track, and we're just gonna, nope, we're gonna do it from this one here. We're gonna wrap around, keep that hugging that, all right? Keep you hugging that, okay? Just like that, okay? But then this track is gonna come out, and it's slowing down. I don't want it to do that. So we're going to have to eventually connect that up. Yeah, that's possible. We can make that work. For now, though, I'm just going to have these two here because we're going to have two trains doing this right now. So let's make that go out that way. Again, we want to connect it to Winston-Salem that direction, but we have this big old mountain in our way. So, you know, there's going to be some tunneling here probably, or at least some real crazy elevation shenanigans that we're going to have to go through here. And I'm going to wrap this track around a little bit more like that. And then I think actually we'll just go double for now. Keep that going. So it'll come this way. So we have the money to do it now, right? So we come this way, and then you see how it's lifting the road up there? I don't really want it to do that. That's okay. That's okay. I think I like that. We'll go ahead and confirm that. And then we can keep going this direction, but it's going to start getting to the point where we're going to tunnel through this. So we can wrap around. That starts to get very expensive. We could do a little tunnel here, right? It's possible. Obviously, we could hug the road, but at some point we have to cross it because we're going to have to get over there. Why don't we leave this for now and come from this side and see what kind of elevation stuff. In fact, I probably should be using this more often. What kind of elevation stuff we're going to have to deal with on the way here. So we got it about 9 meters up right now. Stays fairly flat this way. Not too big of a deal. We got a little bit of a dip here, so it's definitely lower there. And it kind of seems like it's going to stay pretty consistent in this direction. So we should wrap this station, or wrap this track around this way. And, ooh, that goes really deep there. Hold on. Did I just see like 1 meter? There's a spot here where it's like sea level. Yeah, it's dipping real hard right there. So you might want to avoid that. You can kind of see how it dips there. It just dips. So you might want to avoid that side. We could cross here. Let's say we cross here instead. This seems fairly flat. But then we get into this and it gets really, it dips again. So we need to avoid that dip, and we can come around maybe this direction. That seems pretty good. We can try that. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and use, we could probably stay in this mode too, because the contour lines are still somewhat helpful in seeing what we're doing. So I kind of want to go straight this way, I think. I don't want to lift the road up too much. In fact, probably going through here like this, if I take a look at what we're doing, we're probably building it up. Yeah, it looks like it's building up right here just a little bit, but relatively flat though. That's pretty flat. Yeah, that's an okay on the road there too. I'm going to confirm that. And we're going to keep going. And, you know, we'll probably go straight across here. I'd like to cross this road at a reasonable angle. You can see we're kind of getting lifted up. We're kind of pushing the world up here a little bit, the earth up a little bit. If I pick the middle up, we still maintain speed. We save money. And we do it again. We maintain some speed. It starts to go uphill a little bit, but that's not a big incline. I think that's probably fine. Let's confirm that. Okay, so from this side, can I go right between this? It's going to dip and rise. There's quite a huge difference in elevations between here. It definitely kind of picks itself up. I don't really want to go around yeah, definitely don't want to go around this because it gets real low right in here. So we want to kind of stay out of there. It's getting really low here too. So we're about to start dipping here. If we ride right along the road though, it seems like going right alongside this road could be beneficial. We don't want to get into this little valley here. There's definitely a problem there. So why don't we pull this back just a little bit and see if it will let me curve this on this track point. Can I curve here and maintain speed? Yeah, I can curve that to there and maintain speed. That keeps me at 75. And then I want to get out of this valley because we're definitely going too low here. And so See how we're definitely dropping elevation there. There's definitely a climb. And I don't really want to have to climb. And then also I'm running into a building here, so I probably don't want to go that way. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to let this rise me up a little bit because we're dipping really hard right here. If I was on this side of the tracks, I suppose it would be easier to maintain that elevation from this side of the track. Or this side of the road, sorry. So if I keep this, can I, again, I need to be able to keep speed. So let's pull this back even further. Need to be able to keep my speed up. So we go like about that, 75 this way. And this looks like it will probably work better. Yeah, we keep speed a lot easier this way, I think. There is, of course, a spot here where we're gonna have to lift up like that, so it gets pretty expensive. But if we pull it closer to the road, can we snap it right to the side of the road? Keep seeing that like it wants to snap. Where is it doing that at? I want to see what the speed is on that. Can't figure out where it's doing it at. Okay, so we're gonna slow down to 60, 59 if I do it like that. Yeah, I don't want to do that. So maybe we just cut into the world here a little bit. And then we're going to need to come across here. I wonder if we just connect it straight up from here. It says there's a collision. Well, it's this road. It's actually taking me as a tunnel underneath this road, which is pretty interesting, to be honest. That's pretty interesting. Maybe we can make that happen. If we go about like this, let that drive me down, right? And then if we maybe lower a little bit, can I get this? Yeah, it's still, technically it lets me cross here and maintain speed. It does technically let me do that. And it looks pretty okay, actually. That looks fine. Maybe I can raise the tip. No. I'm just curious on what that would look like if I went underneath that, but because this is much lower. This is a much lower elevation over here. Like, where's this end? This end over here is at 5.5 meters, and over here I'm at 11. So I have to go down anyway, right? And so I'm thinking, like, what if I just go underneath? Since I need to drop from this point, needs to actually go lower by 1.5 meters to get to the other side. You know, so like going up doesn't make a whole lot of sense if I have to come back down. So I'm thinking, what if I just go down? If I just lower it down, we go underneath this. If it lets me do it. It has to let me do it, of course, but well, I suppose we could still do this. This brings me down. It's gonna mess with that road, though. It just looks terrible. I don't like the way that road looks. What if I raise the middle? What if I dip the middle even harder? Yeah, we're gonna start. It says I maintain speed, but I just don't buy it because that's pretty steep. All right, I think we'll just make this easy. Let's not overthink this, right? I have a tendency to do that sometimes. I want it a specific way, and I, maybe overthink things a little bit. And I'm not gonna do that this time. We'll just let the game kind of work the way it does. I was looking for a tunnel, though. I was kind of excited about having a little tunnel through here. And so maybe if there's a way to, maybe get that tunnel to happen, that'd be cool. Like maybe like right here, right? We have a little bit of a curve here, but then we tunnel and snake that way. It could prove cool. Let's try it, right? And then we want to go low, so that makes a tunnel. There it goes. Yeah, right there. We keep our speed. Ooh, okay. Not completely keeping the speed, but I think we can adjust this after the fact to get that speed back up, I think. 72 is okay, but what if I lower the middle? 74, lower the middle again. Can I get the... No, I'm not going to be able to get that. I want to keep the speed, so keep going. 75... 74. We can get 75s across the board by doing that, but it's still curving, and I don't really want to curve it that much. Yeah, we can keep 75 all the way up to here. And then technically we're not coming out of the tunnel yet. This tunnel is still going. There it goes. That's better. And that's pretty good. It's a tunnel, right? That's what I wanted. I wanted a tunnel. So there's the tunnel. So then this rail here, we could bring this one back too. We get a refund still on this. So let's bring this back a little bit. And as long as we can maintain the speed, I'm happy. So just bring it, connect it right there. It's gonna raise it up a little bit. It's gonna do something really stupid to this road too. Can I lower the middle like that? Can we maintain speed like that? It looks like it. Yeah, you can still maintain speed on that. I mean, there's probably gonna be some underpowered trains or something that maybe can't get that completely, but I think it's gonna be good enough. I think it's good enough. All right, we have now connected Winston-Salem to Syracuse. Now we need to get from Syracuse to Riverside. And for that, I think it's probably just as expensive to go around this as it is to go through this. Probably. I want to go through it anyway. It's a tunnel. So I'm going to get a tunnel that goes maybe through the narrowest part of this, which would probably be about here. Let's see. So that's 440,000 if I went through there. If I went through over here, that's 408,000. So that's a little cheaper, but the angle on this has me worried because I'm about maintaining speed coming out of there. If I move it over a little bit, that might give me just that little bit extra, but now we're getting through thicker parts. What about, and actually, in actual fact, we need to make sure we can curve well enough with this too, because this is still going, and we have to be able to curve this around still too. So keep 75, and then you see the angle. We need to make sure we can come out far enough. So this is definitely going to have to be out. We're going to have to go out this way with it. So 75 goes to about here, and then I guess we're going through here. So that's going to end up being through here. So that ends up, if this is that's our tunnel. We're going to spend about 500 grand going underneath this. Yeah, we're going to spend about 500 grand going through this. I could also curve and put it over this way, but we have to go this way anyway. So I guess we're just going to bite the bullet on this little part right here because we have to be able to keep the speed through here. So we'll just do that. So we're through it. We're through the mountain, all right? Got ourselves another tunnel. Looks pretty good. And then the final bit, we then come out and we're out here and we're ready to rock. So there we are. And we could probably lift the middle up here just to kind of save on cost on that a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now that we're here, and we may need to back this up depending on that angle, but now that we're here, let's talk about Riverside. Riverside has industry closer to the water. I want the ability to go to Bridgeport, and I want the ability to go to Glendale, but I don't think I need a pass-through because we're coming from Syracuse at the start. And since the residential is on this side anyway, and it doesn't make much sense to have one of these if I can't wrap around, I think we're actually going to use a terminus station this time. And I'm thinking I'll put it right over here. I think this is an okay spot because it gives me this as a catchment. I can maybe access that, which would be nice if we could dump things off here and have it immediately accessible by the port. I don't know if that's how that works. So if it doesn't, then we'll put another one closer over here. But I think that's how it works. And so we're going to get this. I'm going to place this, I think, like right up against the road. I can leave a little bit of room, I guess, because now we're getting into like where the houses can hear us, right? We don't want to stay away from the residential. So maybe we'll put this maybe over here a bit more. Maybe angle it this direction. And I did want it to be connected to the road, though. I want it to be, I'm thinking maybe of just getting rid of this road and just having this exist. Because this road is fine, and then we could have this be like right down by the water, which would be kind of cool. It gives me more room to move around and stuff if I did that. If I got rid of this road, does it really do much? I don't think it slows people down very much. They can just go that way as opposed to going this way. I don't know. It's. Let's see if we can make it work without doing that. Maybe we'll keep it for now. But if I was going to do that, I guess I would put it out here. And then it doesn't look like I'm highlighting any houses, actually. Going here. Actually, I want to just extend this to straight to here. That way you don't have to go down and over. You can just... That's better. Let's just do that. Get rid of this road. And replace it with... I guess we can let the street go and do what the street's going to do. And then we'll just get the faster road to here. And then this speeds up anyway, right? Because now they can just use this, right? Yeah, they're going to use that anyway. Okay. So with that done, I think we get the terminus station. I think this is still in catchment. It is. And it's, yeah, we're getting the food producers or the food requests over there. And we're not getting any houses yet. So I think this is where I want my station. We can angle it. Maybe just a little bit. If I go straight, it's probably better though, right? Yeah, let's go straight. And then if I'm going straight, notice how it's digging into the ground there at the front. So probably, I would think anyway, what's happening here. We can go in like, I kind of don't want the grain field to be in direct with this train station. And I didn't have that before, making that road like that, and now I do. So I might actually adjust this road again, just so that it's not direct. I don't want this to be directly connected to that. Because if we start saying, okay, I want to ship grain, cargo just fills with grain. The whole train station just becomes grain. I don't want that. So I think we'll probably position it over here. I see a house. There's a house highlighting there. I don't want that. So go about here. Let's say here. That's going to be where our train station is here. I know I was a little indecisive there. I'm sorry, but there's a science to it. I'll let you know when I figure out what that is. Bring it down like this. Maybe I'll get a curved road. Yeah, I'll get a curved road from here. And we do that and curve it this direction, and then I guess from here we can go from this. All right, now if I go from there, is that still close enough? It is still close enough, and I don't want it to be. So I'm gonna have to move this because I want this to be further away, just so it's not here. So I'm gonna move it closer over here. I don't want it to be in range of the train station because we're not sending grain on this train. But if we ever do decide to send grain on this train, I don't want it to be the only thing we send on this train. So right now, this is all I have to do is move it. Looks like here. It's just such a small move, but that's enough. So I think that's going to be. We'll go here just to make sure, but I think that's enough right there. Okay, and so this one's called Oceanside East. Ha! Riverside Fields. How about that? Riverside Fields. And then the grain to port route, we're gonna manage this line, and instead of this, we want you to go here, and you're again just picking up grain. You're not unloading anything from this stop, and then we just get rid of Riverside East, and then we make this full infinite because there's no reason for you to come back if you're not doing that. All right, so now these cars should go over here and wait, and with that being done, we can then eliminate this, and we don't have to worry about that anymore. All right, not in direct range. Everything else just continues as normal now. Okay. This train station is clearly going down. There's also a road. It's going up here. We may need a bridge on that, but let's see, because this is pretty low. Elevation on this station, we're looking at about, well, the track is already at about 4 meters high. We're meeting up with another track that's 9 meters high, so we're definitely going up. But we, of course, need to go gradually so that we can maintain speed. And this is an awful quick climb, so I'm pretty sure... Oh, hey, how about... I got an idea. I think this is gonna be quite quaint, actually. We're going to remove this. Okay. And then we'll just go here. We're going to make sure we keep that speed right through there. That's pretty good. We're going to keep speed with that. There we go. Okay. This is going to dig into the ground, right? And I knew that was going to happen already. So, look. We can now just take this road. And we can go to here, but if we raise up the middle... Oh, that's really high. I want this. I want this part right here, but I don't want it to be that high. So we're gonna have to do this a little differently. We're gonna say maybe we go in about here. And then we bring this in about, say, about here. Right? And then from here to here, we raise the middle. Come on, give it to me. Now it's a really steep hump, though. Yeah, see, like, I definitely don't want that. It's just too... I want that. But I want it to be more gradual, you know? This is one of those things where once you have money in this game, you spend it on stupid things. Like I'm doing. Bridgeport to Syracuse says disconnected. I have to fix these things. I'm not sure what I did there, but I'll fix these things in a second. It's probably, this might even be part of it, the fix. Maybe if I come a little bit more this direction. Oh, we're already using curved road tools. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe we need to go straight. Maybe we make the bridge first. Haha, how do we do that? Make the bridge the way we want it first. See, that little bit right there is pretty cool. I would like it to have two. Like, it'd be cool if it was like two of these, but that's still not that bad. You know, there's another option. I think I'm gonna do it, because why not? I'm gonna lower the terrain. I'm gonna lower this terrain. I'm gonna bring this down on this side. On this side here. Well, that wasn't... I don't think that was actually what I was planning to... Yeah, I don't think I wanted to do that. Well, it's already done, isn't it? So we just lower this terrain. But that doesn't do what I wanted. I was hoping to make this like wider away from the track so that there would be a reason to put two of those there, but kind of wasting my time now, right? Is there a waste of time to make a bridge that you're proud of? Is it really, though, a waste of time to make a bridge that you're proud of? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that's a waste at all. That being said, though, I mean, this is still fine, you know. Lowering the terrain there does give me the ability to just cross the track the way it is, so... I'll give in, and we'll just do it like this. It's not a big deal, all right? And it's also way cheaper to do it that way. I mean, albeit after the expense of lowering the terrain there, but it's fine. All right, bring this out this way. And we don't want the bridge, so you can see how it's really completely different elevation here. I want to raise that up a little bit, but I don't want to raise it up too much. We're at, what elevation are we at right now? This track right now is at 10 meters. So this is flat to there already. Let's see what it does. Just hypothetically speaking, what does it do if I tell it to hook up to this? What will you do? Okay, well, the first thing is clearly it's going and rising itself up. We don't need it to do that. So let's lower the middle until we no longer have this bridge section. And that gets... I mean, we still need to get rid of the bridge section. So it looks like I need to bring this way. And we'll go like this. So I've kind of decided to come in from the mountainside here and cut into the world a little bit here. But it's getting it to where it's going to allow me to at least connect this without having to have all those silly bridges. At least I thought it was. Let's lower the middle again. And now we don't have any silly bridges. And we still get to keep and maintain speed. So this is still technically good. I don't like how this is built up like that, but it does connect everything, and I'm going to accept it. All right, so we are now with a rail completely connected from Riverside all the way over to West Jordan. We can move a train through there. There are two different tracks that I'd like to do here. Two different routes that I'd like to do here. So we're going to have two trains. One of those is going to be a flat cars, and one of those will be box cars. And if those routes are looking really good, we can then double that to two trains for each route. But for now, we're going to deal with the flat car because getting planks over here gets the machinery running so we can deliver it to Riverside, and then this can start growing, and maybe we even make a surplus and we could send that over to Winston-Salem, which has now increased its needs. It now wants tools and machinery. So we can create more over there. That would be good because Winston-Salem has been growing, and I have a feeling that San Antonio is, well, it was. Oh, well, it's going to start receiving goods again, and then it will. But it's got very poor on the noise. Well, that's interesting. Why is it very poor on the noise? Very poor on the noise. Oh, is it this route here? I think it is. I think it's this route here. I have a better idea. Well, you know what? We can bypass that. Let's get a road from here and connect it here instead. And then we can go ahead and just remove this as an option so that they won't do it anymore. And that, I think, will take care of that noise problem right now. Because this doesn't go through, this route here does not go through residential. So I don't see why that would mess with the noise. So hopefully that gets better. We can actually test that out by going to this overlay. And again, I think with these cars getting out of the way, we should start to see this recover. We should start to see this get better just as soon as these cars get out of the way. I would hope so anyway, because there's no traffic going through the residential area here. So, you know, if you got noise issues, it ain't on my end. I feel like that should get better. Now, it's possible that this train is just really loud, and that's because it's not been well cared for either. Because so if we take a look at the details, this is in bad condition. The emission's pretty big. Well, that's okay, because we're actually going to upgrade this train now. Oh yeah, I'm doing that. So we're going to say right now the capacity for this train is what, like 63? Let's make the capacity 100. But we're going to do so by hitting edit vehicle. And we're going to do so by selling everything. We're going to sell the whole vehicle. Okay. And we're going to replace it with a new train. Now, I don't need to go all the way to the 442 Atlantic because it's 62 miles per hour top speed. That's good. But remember, our new flat cars and stuff, they can only go 50. So there's really no benefit right now to having that better train. So we can try to get closer, and that's going to be the 260 Mogul. So we're going to replace it with this train. Then we're going to go down to the new flat car, and we're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 8. So this gives us a 96 capacity, which is much better for our purposes, I think. So I'm going to wait till this thing gets all the way to Winston-Salem, which is right about now. It's going to drop off its entire cargo. There it goes. And we are going to replace. Boom. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we now have a whole new flat car. Oh, yeah. And it's upgraded. It's gorgeous. It's got lots and lots of, lots and lots of space for more stuff. And its emissions are lower. So that's good. We'll have that be, and it's the same route and everything. So now we just delivered, I want to deliver logs to here, and that's what we just did. We got loads of logs in here and on this planks, and we probably need this route to have even more cars now. So why don't we double this for now? Because we're going to start sending stuff, right? We want to send planks over to Riverside. So that's the next stop in this list. So we're just going to go to our routes. We're going to say steel and brick. Okay. Probably need to change the name of this now. So I'm going to say this is now the Winds. Sorry, not Winds. This is the River to West Jordan Intercontinental. This is the Intercon. There you go, Intercon. This is the big route. All right, now we're going to go to Winston-Salem. We're going to drop off the wood, but we're going to load planks. Okay? Then we're going to add a station. We're going to bypass Syracuse. We don't have a reason to stop here yet. And we're going to go and land right here. Ding, in Riverside. It says it cannot connect all stations. Now that's interesting. Maybe it's because I don't have a road connection here. I might have to tweak that. Cannot connect all stations. That's peculiar. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. Did I not connect this? Pretty sure I connected this. Well, no, I did not. I did not. So I know how to fix that though. That's fine. So we're going to take Riverside, and we're gonna load at Riverside. I think at the moment we're gonna load nothing. So this is the unpaid route. From here to here is unpaid. We're gonna go to Syracuse though and pick up their bricks, and that's what we're going to send over towards Winston-Salem and also San Antonio. So we'll pick up that. So we're going to unload everything from Riverside. Then after that, we come back to Syracuse, which will be connected, and we will then pick up from here bricks. All right. Then we bring bricks back over. Yep, then we bring bricks back over to Winston-Salem. We can drop them off. Okay. We want to generate more tools, but this is too quick of a trip. We're not going to get planks in time. So we're just going to go through Winston-Salem, and we're going to drop off, let's say, half. Well, we're just going to drop off whatever the need is, I suppose. But we'll drop this off here. Okay. Then we'll stop at the steel, and we continue the route. So that's the route, okay? Now, to get this fully connected, what I did is I actually connected this rail to the through rail, which is fine because we want this whole thing to be moving through, and then you go on the through track. So it looks to me like I went the wrong way on this connector. I will need the connector anyway. So let's this is our through track right here. Yeah. Okay, this is the way to go through. So if you're not stopping in Syracuse, you'll jump here. If you're on the train that's not stopping in Syracuse, you're gonna go here. So we'll just take this and connect right there. I want to keep speed up though. I keep my speed. Please keep my speed. Go a little bit more. Can you let me keep my speed? Man, that's gonna suck if I can't keep my speed. It's slowing way down. I don't want it to do that. Come on now. Be nice. That's not bad. Does that actually count? Does that count? Is it really that easy? Because it was giving me hell before, but that looks like it actually worked out. Okay. And then finally, we need to connect this station. So we'll wrap around here, and we'll connect. Well, actually pull this back a little bit. It looks like that curve is actually probably a good opportunity to do this. So. Come on now. Maybe it is easier to start over here and connect like this. 67, 60. Yeah, there's definitely a slowdown in that transition, and I don't want it to do that. But I definitely don't want to get over here because then it starts getting really expensive. Yeah, all right. Well, let's keep going just a little bit. I mean, if nothing else, it gives us, 2 trains. We're gonna have 2 boxcar, or have a boxcar and all that stuff. So like 2 tracks are probably necessary at some point anyway. Man, oh man, though, this is gonna get expensive. Can I just merge this right here? It's not letting me do it. It's not gonna let me keep my speed unless I go all the way around. 67, is that acceptable? You have to slow to 67 to merge? No, it's 49. Not acceptable. Keep it going. Look at how much money we spent. Like I had what, 8 million? This is very expensive. Well, okay, that's not fair because like I bought a $6 million train, so that's not fair. 57. It's still I can't seem to keep the speed no matter what I do here. It's I would really like to keep my speed up. Maybe I can come at this do this from a different approach. Maybe we could do this more like this. We can start here. 65. Come on. Come on, train. 60. Like, my God, just let me do it. Yeah, I guess I have to whip out. I can't. You can't hug it. You got to just whip out. So I'll just do that instead. We'll go out like this. Like that. And now I can curve back. Or not. Or not. So it seems like no matter what I do, I'm not going to be able to maintain this speed. It's going to slow down kind of no matter what I do. I've tried to come off of this part. It's not happening. I've tried to come off pretty much everywhere at this point, and it's just like there's no part of this that's going to allow me, to maintain to keep the speed. So I'm just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. I'm just gonna have to deal with a slowdown, and as long as it doesn't slow down the other route. But I guess I'm just gonna have to suck up the costs and stuff. I'll whip this around. We'll have 2 tracks, and that'll just be the way it is because I don't want to have any slowdowns. Because as the trains get bigger, as they get better, right, things are going to get even faster. And then at that point, especially if I want an intercontinental like passenger rail line or something, we're definitely going to need this. So I'm going to go through and just go all the way through this. And maybe we can do it on the other side of the tunnel. So we're going to have 2 tracks underneath this tunnel. And maybe it'll let me do it once I get out on a straight track, because this is a little bit more straight. That's really curvy before. So with it being a more straightened track, I can't it won't let me do it. Try it from this side. Yeah, that looks like money right there. That looks like we're good. That's 75. And then we just hook it up to that. Yeah. Yeah. That looks like it's going to be good to go. Okay, so now we need signals. So we'll put a signal there. And we actually don't need a signal all the way through here because it's all separate tracks anyway. So the next time we need a signal is on this side, and it's going to be right over like that. So that whole section here, this whole section is separate tracks, which means any trains, there's a pretty wide area here where they can pass by each other. I kind of like that. I should put another section over here, but there's going to be 2 tracks anyway eventually. And this one that's connected already is like that. So we're going to definitely be sharing a train here. That's okay. That's fine. But the box car and the flat car both need to dock here. So let's configure this. And if I put a cargo platform on this side, I probably should do it on this side. We'll have passengers over here. So we'll say cargo is on this side. So we'll do it about like this, I guess. And then we'll have another track over here that's accepting more cargo. Okay. And then this rail will, come out. And at this point, you don't need to maintain speed because, they're not going to be fast enough anyway. Once they get to this point, this is an end route. The train is starting from absolute nothing here. So to have to go 75 here doesn't make any sense. So we want to just get this onto the track so we can go about here, and that should be acceptable. And then I don't like this, so I'll probably end up lowering this train a little bit because I think it looks pretty bad. In fact, I will just do that right now. I just think it looks bad to have it be so hilly like this. If we make it more gradual, it will look better. Especially this part here. Let's just flatten that down a little bit. I like that. And then right here, we'll flatten this down a little bit. There we go. And yeah, I'm spending some extra cash, but this is what happens when you get money. You start to spend it on things. Make things nice, which is what I want this to. I want this to look nice. This is why I'm making this to be like all jaggedy and stuff. And now it's too low. I need to raise this up again. There we go. There. It looks a little more organic that way, I guess. Okay, good. So now we should have 2 terminals. Yep, we do. 1 and 2. Very good. And that way, our boxcar and our flatbeds can use both of them. And then we can also share a little bit because we might have an oil train come through here too. We might have a fuel train come through here, right? So we want to be prepared for that as well. Look at my earnings. I've spent a lot of money. 10 million in investments just now. But again, no debt. We're completely debt-free now. So, final thing then. Let's take a look at this route now. This route. We have everything set now, right? So when we get to when we get to Riverside, you need to unload everything. Then you're going to go to Syracuse, and you're going to pick up... I'll have you load full, and let's have you wait a maximum of like 5 minutes to fill. We want to get the parts from over here. And then we definitely want to make sure that we are picking up... wait, Winston-Salem. No. This is wrong. We want to load planks. We're unloading the wood. We're loading the planks. San Antonio, we're loading wood, unloading this, yes. And then West Jordan, we are, yes, this is correct. And then the last stop is just simply unloading this in Winston-Salem. And then we go get the steel. So the only unpaid routes of this entire trip are Riverside to Syracuse, because there's nothing for a flatbed to load here. There's nothing being created that I can load on flatbeds. So then we go to here. That's unpaid. We pick up this, and then we bring it to Winston-Salem, and then this little tiny snippet here is unpaid. And that's it. That's the only part. Now we probably need, eventually, we're going to have many different parts here where, like, this cargo station is going to get another track and everything too. So there's going to eventually be 2, maybe 3 lines going through here, but that's just like something that has to take place, over time. So now it's just all about whether or not this train is going to do the job that it needs to do. And you know what? I'm thinking, why not? We got a little bit of extra cash, right? Let's splurge a little, huh? Make it even longer. So now it can really haul. Now we're going to have 96 steel being delivered over here. So we are going to need a couple of things. With 96 steel being delivered on this, I'm going to need more vehicles on this route. So we're going to come over here. I got a lot of spare vehicles, right? And we're going to say that we want you guys to go to the steel. Where's West Jordan? We want steel to goods. Yep, that. And then because we're also going to be loading more bricks, we might want more of those guys too. We'll see. These guys are laying in bricks. How many vehicles we got on this route? We could get a couple. Let's get a couple more on the brick route. And then we'll do like, let's say 3 more on the port to brick so that we can bring more stone up there. And then we'll put 2 more on the brick to port, brick to train. So we can load even more. Look, this thing's here already. Holy shit. Hey, that's way faster, isn't it? That's great, isn't it? Oh, I love how fast that is. So all the steel gets loaded here. Now we have to make sure we have enough room, and it looks like we do. I'm gonna have to watch this for a little while though, just to make sure we're getting rid of this fast enough. And then when the box car comes, we'll be able to load. We'll be able to take the goods from here, and we'll bring goods here, and then we can also send goods via the train. We won't send them to San Antonio because that's coming from the port. So the goods from the train will end up getting dropped off at Winston-Salem. So we'll end up basically bringing goods through here. We'll maybe load halfway of goods with the box car. We can load the whole way. I was thinking about maybe loading half with food, but it turns out, oh, Winston-Salem downgraded itself again. I think that's going to change though. We're definitely cranking out the stuff now. So we need actually a lot more wood. We need a lot more wood here. And that's coming from this train. So let's see. 282. We definitely are good now. Oh, we're bringing so much wood in. So where we bring wood over here and drop it off, a couple things are going to happen. I think the first thing is it's going to fill this. We're definitely going to see this thing fill up. So let's just Pop a couple more on this. I think the next thing to do is we really should consider adding more vehicles. I don't think this is going to be enough to take that much wood where it needs to go, and also to bring the planks back. All of that is happening in the same loop, so clone them all, get them in here. And then again, I think this route is supposed to, when you go to, is it Lower Winston-Salem? Let's change Lower Winston-Salem to Winston-Salem Cargo. It's a cargo station. Yeah, it's just a station. Or just Winston-Salem Station would work, but we'll say cargo station for now. Because that's connected to this, right? And now it says, look, via Riverside, via this. Like, see, so this is that same thing again, where it's like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why you're lingering, right? So there's just these 24 planks hanging out here, right? And maybe they're destined to go to Riverside, right? These things are reserved to go to Riverside, basically, is what that means. But I'm telling you, the grain was not going anywhere over here. For years, it wasn't going anywhere. So I guess it wasn't just like caught in the ether, but it actually had. Yeah, anyway, so this is almost full. Just a little bit extra brick. Oh man, dude, we gotta ride this. We got to. It's much faster train now. Much faster. Look at it go. It's only getting up to 32, right? It can go faster, but right now it's at 36. So we're not getting max speed here yet. 37, 38. It does take a little bit to get up there, you know, and we have a big load too. It's really heavy, so I mean that's probably part of it, but it can go up to 50. This whole thing can go to 50. So right now, while it's pretty fully loaded with these trains, with these trailers, it doesn't look like it's necessarily getting to 50, but it gets close. And right about the time it gets to its max speed, that's the time it needs to stop at the station. Hit the brakes. Stop at the station. We drop off this stuff, and we load up on planks. Now, we were supposed to drop off all of this construction material here. That was supposed to happen, but because there's a huge demand for it, so I'm not sure why it's not dropping off all of it. That's interesting. Maybe if it's not going to drop off all of it, we could deliver it to Syracuse. We could stop in Syracuse and drop off the rest. And if we're going to do that, then we could also get this sawmill working. I'm not sure how, but we could get this sawmill working. Maybe we bring logs. Extra logs could be loaded here. And then we can get that sawmill working. And then when we drop off the remaining construction material here, it would... I mean, eventually this will grow, and then maybe it'll take all of it. I don't know. But when we drop this off, we could then load the rest with planks. It's still not empty. It's still going. It's still not empty, but not exactly what I thought was going to happen there. But I just want to see the whole route actually work, and I want to make sure that the train can get up to speed. Everything's looking good, and then I want to get the boxcar train sorted too, but I'm going to wait till I have a little bit of extra cash for that. I might borrow just to get that train going. We'll see. Speaking of getting the train going, let's take a look over here. Actually, I want to pin that. Where's that train? I want to pin you. Oh, we're going through the... Stop. We're going through the tunnel. Hang on. We're going through the tunnel, guys. Going through the tunnel. You gotta pull it. Does he actually do it? Come on, tell me he does it. That would have been a cool little, tiny little attention to detail thing. That would have been nice. All right, I think because there's a chance that, I mean, right now he's got 47 miles per hour. I don't want him to slow down, but we don't need to bring construction materials all the way over to Riverside. So we're kind of at the point now where we could just unload everything, right? I can modify the route. This actually works fine. We can modify the route and go. And when it goes here unpaid, right, we can just drop off the construction materials there. And we're going to pick up construction materials here anyway. So speaking of which, we actually have to have construction materials to pick up. So why don't we do that? So we're going to say that we want to have a platform on the left over here, and we're going to get you in range of this. To be honest, I think we could probably get a little closer if we just go like this. Just get that a little bit, kind of like that. All right. And if we do that, I think we can get really far out this direction. All right, so it's pretty expensive being here, but it's closer to where it needs to be, so pop it right there. That's gonna be where our stone is. Excuse me, that's where our stone is. And then there's a little bit of extra money we have to spend. We need to tunnel through this to get here, to make this, which is very unfortunate, but we need to do that. So let's go 37 miles per hour. And we're gonna have this go, actually, let's start from this side. Yeah, we wanna go through here. So we wanna go through the narrowest part of this so that it doesn't cost us a ton. We'll go about like that. And then I think probably right here is the narrowest. 770, 750, 740, 741, 40, 39, 40. This is probably good. And then we'll just connect these two like that. Nice little curved road there. That's fine. And then we'll also connect here. And that's it. All right. So now we've connected these two. We need to get the building. I never get the right one. Here we go. And if I put it on this side, can we... Wait, can we actually... Just curious. Can I put it on this side? No, they do have to be on this side. Okay, so we'll put it right about here. That's good enough for me. We need a new route. And this is going to be the Syracuse. So we're going to say R Sierra. That's fine. Sierra's fine. And then we're going to say that this is, I guess, the Bricks Loop, right? This is Bricks Loop. And we'll make this like a red brick color. Now, there's one step to this, of course, and that is that we need this connected to some sort of storage that these guys can deliver to. So I think with the roads being the way they are, we could say that this road is going to meet up with this road. We could say that this road goes out this direction. Maybe we cross here. It's kind of lifting up a little bit, as long as it doesn't interfere with the train. And you know what? It's probably going to be a lot of cars moving through here and a lot of trains moving, but you know what? The cars can wait their turn. So we will curve that over like that. And that'll get them into this area. And I kind of wanted I wanted it to be like right here. That's what I wanted it to be. I don't know if it can be, but I wanted it to be here. I had to get rid of, whoops. Well, maybe I don't have to get rid of anything. I could probably come from this side, I suppose. If we come down from this side, it looks a little funny, but if we come from this side and over like that, it does technically work. And then we could also just connect it here so it makes sure that it's there. Okay, and then here's the part that's funny looking. We need to get the train station to be right here. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have two different platforms on this anyway, so we're just going to do it. And this will get it connected to, I think, pretty much all of industry. Eventually, it'll get all of industry here. We're going to go about like this. See, I was thinking about going straight through here. So like I'd have to get rid of these two buildings, but we can connect it to the entirety of industry by doing this. So I think it's probably worth it. I was trying to avoid it, like I was saying earlier, but I think it's worth it. So we will go about like this, and then we're going to expand you. Different cargo. We're going to expand you we'll start on this side, but we're eventually going to expand it all the way over here anyway. We'll go about there. Then we want street access on this side, which is going to destroy that building. And then we're then going to take and add the street like this. And I know I just made like a really wonky looking road and I don't like it. So we're gonna fix that now. We're going to lower the terrain ever so slightly right here. That was a bit more than slight, wasn't it? Well, maybe we'll build it back up when we make the road anyway, right? And we'll just do this other road. Right here to here. Like that. It's fine. It'll do. But that connects this to all industry. So anything we deliver here, all industry gets it, including the people who want other things. Like that's connecting everything. And as they grow and get more industry buildings, that will still stay connected to everything. So everyone can be happy about that. All right. Final thing then is the route. We already have the name for it. And that is Sierra right here. Bricks Loop. We're going to add the station. It's going to be here to here. From there to here. And then we just proceed, you know. And actually, if I can keep them away from the people over here, that would be better. So why don't we give them an alternative to going that direction by giving them a road that goes on this side of the track, so they don't have to cross the tracks twice. Or not. There we go. I want you to have to cross the tracks twice. We'll go this way. Maybe dip it down a little bit. Yeah, like that. And then, like, that's fine. So let's see the route now. So you're still choosing this on the return trip. Well, that's just because it flows right straight through, you know. That'll just be the way it is. This is still technically industry, but you can see the houses are starting to form over here, which is kind of weird, but that's still happening. So I mean, I gave them an alternative, so we'll see what they do. But see, now people are going to start upgrading their buildings, and all those things are nice. That's going to be cool. Final thing then is the road depot, and I'm gonna eventually have more things over here, I think. So we'll start the road depot kind of like maybe over here on the corner. Actually, can I just put it by the track? Because nothing's gonna spawn over here, so yeah, I don't want it to look silly though. We'll do it over here near the train. Well, like this is fine. All right, and then we just need a whole bunch of those cars. So we'll just get I don't know, probably I need a lot of bricks, so about 20 of them, and they're all on the Syracuse Bricks Loop. Okay, done. Bricks Loop. Do the fine tuning stuff. This is Upper Riverside, so I'm gonna call this the Riverside Stone Quarry, or just Riverside Stone Pile. This is the stone pile. All right, and then Syracuse East, we don't want branch, we want cargo station. Cargo station. That's gonna let me know exactly where that's going. Syracuse East is fine. I could actually change this to Syracuse Canyon. That's fine too. So from the stone pile, real simple, you load a full load of stone. Easy. And then in Canyon, you will load a full load of brick, and you will unload the stone. Okay. And then here, you are going to unload everything and then return to this point with nothing, because that is just the way it goes. And for that, you will, I think, we'll have you use 2. It's fine. Well, 2 is this side, right? Yeah, you'll use this side for 2. That's the brick. Okay. So that's 20 vehicles doing that, which is a lot. But we still need more stone than we do the bricks. No, it is a 1-to-1 ratio. Never mind. It is a 1-to-1 ratio. So this, as they go out and do their thing should be good enough. All right, train is leaving the station. It has nothing to, but we can see planks, and we already see that things are getting a little bit out of whack here, which is really sucky. So we also want to bring planks over here too. And so real quick, we're going to have to alter this as well. I want a new route here. This is river machine delivery. So machine delivery, when you go to Riverside Port, what are you grabbing? I think what you should be grabbing is planks, because we already have a steel route. So you grab planks from here and you unload, I think nothing, because you're already delivering the machinery here. You have nothing else to load. So you come over here, you grab planks, all right? And then I think we'll actually let you use the port side. Yeah, we definitely want you on one. So the planks can go on this side. And then the steel will be over here. So we should see the steel. Where is it? River. Where's my steel? Huh? Wait, what's the... Oh, you know what? I think you're... Yeah, we need a separate route. We need separate routes for steel and planks, don't we? Yeah, okay. So you're actually supposed to be grabbing steel anyway. I'm going to leave you doing what you're doing, because you're already doing what you're doing. That sentence was awesome, wasn't it? Riverside East. Riverside East. We're going to call this Riverside Machinery. Riverside Machinery. How about Riverside Machines? You're going to unload steel and you're going to load machines, and then you take them to Lee Street, okay? And to be honest, I really do think this should be the plank route, because there's a lot of steel and the steel needs to keep moving. But on the flip side, I can have this exact same copy of a route just apply to steel, and I think that's exactly what I'll do. So river, machine delivery, we'll change this color to something that's more woody. Let's go with like a brown. I think we already had a brown. We'll go like a brown here. And then we'll have you bring planks, because there's already a lot of steel over there. So we'll have you bring planks for now. And then the steel, I actually want to send the steel up here to get goods. And we're going to also bring in plastic via boxcar as well. And that plastic, I think, is going to come from Winston-Salem, because there's a new chemical factory over there. So I think that's what we'll end up doing. But nevertheless, I think we've now done it, guys. We've now done it. And now it's overflowing. I actually do need to do this. Have more room here on both sides. And then we'll have the planks move from somewhere else too. But see, we're overflowing. I don't want to lose anything. But you guys are going to grab planks now, which is going to be great. Okay? It's going to be great. You guys are using the wrong side. Make sure you guys are using side 2. There you go. That's what I want you doing. All right. Guys, that's going to do it for me. Thanks so much for watching this incredibly long video. I hope you had a wonderful time at it. We're going to start getting machinery, and then at that point, we're also going to start delivering it. Riverside is going to grow. I need to find a way to get food back over here and all that stuff, but that's via boxcar. Yeah, boxcars. We're going to start looking at that next, I think, for this route. And then once we got 2 trains running through here, moving products all over the place, I think at that point, we can start looking at expanding the route. We'll bring the rail out to Palm Bay. We'll get the route over to Glendale. We'll get Pittsburgh involved. We'll cross this river, and we'll finally get things happening over here at Wichita Falls, which I think if we can just expand on oil, we already have. Very good. I think this train, it's now time for our trains to be upgraded over here too. So we will upgrade our oil trains as well. All right, that'll happen next. Take care. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.